All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. Coming to you a little bit later in the day than usual. Today is going to be another travel day. If everything goes well with the damn PCR tests, I'll probably do a stream late tonight from the airport and then announce where I'm actually headed. All right, guys, let's go to the charts. The markets are dropping a little bit, and we need to take a look, of course, as the background behind me states, unconfiscatable, March 3rd to 6th in Las Vegas. Come and join us for an awesome event. Okay, chart. Boom, here we go. The monthly chart was looking really good an hour and a half ago when we were almost back at the top of the triangle. Right now, a little bit dicey. We're going to get to that. Hold on one second. Losing my voice here. So the weekly chart remains on an MRI buy. That is a very good sign. Today is Thursday. So the week has now gone more than 50% of its time. We are down to 3 days and 9 hours to go. And let's see how we close out this week. The 4-day chart, we entered a 20% bullish allocation. As you can see, we did this preemptively and in a little bit of a scary fashion, but I am still confident in what is going on with this chart. The current candle began above the short-term moving average on our Consensio chart, which is the 3-period moving average on a 4-day chart. The reason why I use a 4-day chart for allocation is because traditionally, based on Tyler Jenks's Consensio work, he was using weekly candles on traditional assets, but Bitcoin trades too many hours in a week versus traditional assets, so we have to shorten the candles a little bit. Otherwise, it is way too slow to react. Current candle began beautifully above the moving average. It has now pulled back into the set moving average. This candle has just begun. So we have plenty of time to actually identify what kind of candle this is going to be. Very important, because I entered this position way prematurely. We need to have a somewhat conservative stop loss. So that means I cannot have this position go into the red and seriously start losing us money. All right. That means that even though it was entered at 42.5, I will give it a little bit of wiggle room, maybe down to 41.5. So I will put a stop loss on this at approximately $41,500. I do not want to see Bitcoin get even close to $41,500 on this current breakout. I'm going to make this line blue. Yeah, that's about 41.5 right there. It's right at the bottom of the body of current candle. I'm going to make this blue. Because I do not want to see the price of Bitcoin get to that level. If the price of Bitcoin gets to that level, I am admitting that this entry was a mistake, and I should have taken more cautious. I should have been more cautious on entering a 20% long bullish position. Okay, so what's next on this chart? Well, if current candle is a green candle, I will then have more confidence to add a little more allocation to it. Again, I am entering this prematurely solely based on the fact that there is a weekly MRI buy and a daily MRI buy. Okay. Before going on, I want to refresh the unconfiscatable page now that we have 500 live viewers. Please check that out. We also have a little preview of the carnivory dinner, a little preview of the poker tournament. You can check all this stuff out. We have some amazing sponsors. I'm going to be interviewing these sponsors. I'm going to reach out to all of them, and we're going to interview them on my channel ahead of time. So you guys know what to expect when you come to the conference. We very carefully choose our sponsors as companies that we actually want to promote because they are doing good stuff in the Bitcoin ecosystem. And I stress the word Bitcoin very, very carefully. Check out our awesome lineup of speakers and more info coming soon. All right. Of course, the YouTube channel, this is where things are going to be streamed. So please follow us on YouTube as well. Daily chart, the def cross is near. The def cross will happen tomorrow. There's not much Bitcoin can do about it. Now, as of right, as much as we would have loved to have the current candle go straight up, you have to understand that Bitcoin has gone up in 3 days. In 3 days, Bitcoin has gone up 11% for $4,500. That is substantial. That is very substantial. So a little bit of a pullback is certainly in due order. Now, the one thing that is concerning me right now is when I wake up in the morning and Bitcoin price is dropping, the first thing I think of is the S&P 500 also crashing, because the correlation between the S&P 500 and Bitcoin is starting to become very concerning once again. Now, the S&P is down a little bit this morning, but nothing substantial like Bitcoin is down. But also Bitcoin has been amplified. That is basically the beta. The beta of Bitcoin versus the stock market is very, very high. So when a stock market moves a little to the upside, Bitcoin can move a lot to the upside. When it moves a little to the downside, Bitcoin moves a lot to the downside. Lately, Bitcoin's beta when the stock market is dropping has been huge. Bitcoin's beta when the stock market is rising has been not huge. So stock market rises a lot, Bitcoin rises a little. Stock market is down a bit, Bitcoin is down a lot. That is very, very unhealthy to go forward, because as stock market keeps rising, as you can see, the stock market has been up a lot since October. Since the October lows, the early October lows, the stock market was up huge. And right now it's still up somewhat huge. Meanwhile, in the world of Bitcoin, since October, that's the daily chart. Let's go to the weekly chart or 4-day chart. Since early October, right there, Bitcoin is barely up at all. Okay, so that is not good. Not good. Okay, daily chart. This pullback is okay. On a daily chart, I would start to get concerned at if the price of Bitcoin goes below $42,000. One second, I'll reply to someone real quick. All right. We're still dropping a little bit. Like I said, I think this will blow over, but let's look at the lower level time frames and see what's going on. This is a bit out of nowhere. Is there news? Like I just saw this as I was about to stream. I don't know if I want to start Googling on live air. Jobs report out, and then all markets dropped altogether. Yeah, what happened to the jobs report? Let me Google that real quick. I bet you the jobs report's not good. All right, let's see what's going on. Messy jobs report and unreliable labor forecasts take a toll on Biden's first year. Yep, there he is, smiling over the horrendous jobs that are happening. The Labor Department initial monthly jobs report and Wall Street estimates in 2021 weren't as reliable as usual. Really? When have they been reliable? The US economy added 4.9 million jobs in the first 10 months of the year, according to the initial report. After revisions, the numbers rose to 6 million. That means President Biden paid a political price for what we're seeing in the missed expectations. What was the expectation? How far did it miss? How badly did it miss? Labor Department initially projected job gains of 450,000 and 100,000 respectively for those months. All right, so what was the monthly jobs number? Like, they're giving you the overall number. Where's the monthly number? Like, man, I used to pay attention to all this stuff every morning back when I was trading. So what was the actual jobs report? There it is. 200. Okay, so that is the number. Okay. Yeah. Is that the expectation? Is what the line is? Oh, after revision. Oh, they're revising them all higher, aren't they now? Oh, no, this one was revised lower. Oh, good luck, Biden. Good luck, Brandon. Average jobs report revisions as a share of U.S. labor force. This will blow over, guys. I'm not crazy concerned right now. It's like a dip within a dip. Jobs report should not affect Bitcoin. It's I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This is not scaring me. I believe in the higher level technical analysis. I believe in the MRI buy on the daily. I believe in this reversal candle. I believe in the MRI buy on a weekly. And I am not scared of this morning hour and a half dip. Let's look at the volume. See, the volume is identical to the volume in the prior hour. And this candle has only 1 minute, 5 minutes to go. So considering how much we went up over here and how much we crashed here on identical volume, come on. Come on, there's no volume that, the volume is not in line with the significance of the drop. I just don't see it that way. Though granted, the second half of that candle probably contributed to, it contributed to the prior candle's volume. So the volume on this candle here, right there, or the next one, is identical to the volume here. See this candle right there, this red candle? I need to move this up. I want to, which candle is that? This is the 9 a.m. hour New York time. 9 a.m. hour New York time. Why is that volume red? That's interesting. I don't understand why that volume is red. Is that a bug in the tone-based volume? This volume should be green. No reason why that volume should be red. I don't see how that can possibly happen. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. I mean, I don't really have a developer at the moment, but that's gotta be, I don't even know what to, well, I'll take a screenshot, but hold on. I'll take a screenshot for myself, and then either I'll start learning to code, start relearning how to code again, or reach out to my old developer. That has to be a bug. 9 a.m. should be green. I mean, the reason I created a total Vays volume is so that I can quickly spot these as bullish candles, not bearish candles. That's very strange. Very, very strange. Okay, anyway. Look at the volume on this candle. Look at the volume on these candles. I mean, together, they do equal that. So that is something to take into account. But I am not scared of current candle. I think we're going to bounce. I really think we're going to bounce. Let's go to a low level time frame. Oh, I haven't looked at funding rate in a while. See, look, funding rate is still favoring the bulls. Can we time this dip? Come on, give me an MRI buy right there. 10-minute chart. You can do it. Where's the MRI? Load, 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 load. That's a beautiful reversal candle. It's got 2 minutes to go. Nope. A couple of candles off. Look, there was an MRI sell right at the top, 10 minutes. MRI buy, 10 minutes. How's the 5-minute doing? I like this dip, guys. I like this dip. We're about the 15. Beautiful reversal candle on the 15. It's not going to be an MRI thing, though. Let's wait. Let's wait 1.5 more minutes. So, say I was going bullish right now on the knife catch. Right at the end of the candle. 1.5 minutes to go. Screw it. Let's just do it. Right? My initial stop loss would be right at the bottom of the candle. It's how I used to trade the 10 a.m. reversals on the S&P 500 back in the day in the futures markets. Hey, Ariza, guess where I'm going to be tomorrow? Try to shoot me a message on Instagram, Ariza. The real me on Instagram. Oh, beautiful. That's the long trade. I didn't even realize it went up, but I'm looking at the live chat. Yeah, this could have been timed even better that I jumped on it earlier. One second, guys. All right, I'm back. All right, and now we're having our MRI warning candle. So if that is a long position for the rebound coming in, the stop loss goes initially at the bottom of the candle. Sal should be back. Yes, I will also be in Miami for the Bitcoin conference. Have I checked Bitcoin quarterly? No, I haven't. Bitcoin quarterly can still get us into the triangle as well. Bitcoin quarterly, I still think will potentially top with the MRI, but the current candle will need to get all the way into a new all-time high close. Your new all-time high close on current candle. We have 2.5 months to do it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. It would suck to reset the quarterly on the MRI. It would really, I was so confident we would get to an MRI top on the quarterly, but we would need a close above 60,000 by end of March. I think it's doable. I really think it's doable. All right, let's go back to that short term. All right, this is a 10-minute chart. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. See, on a 5-minute chart, the entry could have been lower. The entry could have been off of that candle at break of that candle. But we're on a 10-minute chart, so we're on a break of the 10-minute candle. And that's the stop loss. Adjust your leverage accordingly. I'm not scared of this dip on the bigger picture. No, I don't really compare things to M2 money supply. I think it's a rough metric to compare things to. When the government destroys wealth and then prints money to make up for that, I don't think it's a even addition of money supply into the economy. All right, guys, for you financially inclined folks, join us in the Dominican Republic, August 1st to 6th for the Financial Summit. All the info is right here. It's an absolutely incredible event in one of the most gorgeous destinations. Do you think there are many famous libertarians that quietly support the mandates since they don't speak out? Probably, yeah, of course. Of course. Tony needs a haircut. Yep. That's 7 p.m. my time today. It'll happen. Before I have to head to the airport. And the Financial Summit, check out our play in the poker tournament, click on poker, and you go ahead and register right there. All right, I'm gonna get going in 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm not scared here. I'm not scared long term. I'm even not scared short term. Whatever this was this morning, I mean, I think people just got a little happy with how good and easy this dip was, and they needed to get a little bit of a wake-up call. And I think it's about to blow over. I do want to stick around 5 more minutes to see the MRI buy candle come in. So I think there was a question from the live chat. Breakout now confirming the up. Probably. Tone, what price will it be 100% allocation? It's not about the price, guys. It's not about the price. It's always price and time. It's always price and time. Like, when would I be 100? If it's in this current candle, there's 3 days to go, right? For me to be 100% allocated on this candle, I would need the price to be literally somewhere in the $60,000 range, right? But if it's slowly going up, I could be 100% allocated at 48,000 if it happens later this month, right? So it's not about at what price. It's about how it gets there, how it gets there. Okay, I'm trying to avoid FOMO here, but I will look to be 100% allocated as we are breaking the long-term moving average. I hate being 100% allocated without the break of the moving average. You can see how almost every time we go 100% allocation, like even here, right? we're above the long-term moving average, but the moving average is declining. And that's why we are only 80% bullish allocated, not 100. Here, we are above all the moving averages and the long-term is rising. That is 100% allocation. Right now, the long-term moving average is flat. So I'm going to go against Tyler Jenks. When it's flat, the conservative position should be it's going down. But I'm going to be a little more bullish. All right, just watching into the next candle. Boom, there it is. We're not going to get the MRI buy. Well, we could, but we have the warning buy. Like I said, if this goes up higher, we can then set a break-even stop loss and then walk away. And hopefully it'll never touch and it will just keep going to $300,000. Look, the MRI topped us on the warning candle pretty much. There was the MRI sell came in, and now we have an MRI buy warning. But if we keep going up in the next 3 to 4 minutes, we're not going to catch that MRI buy candle. But this was good enough for me. I trusted it enough to try to catch the dip on a daily scale. What's Tone's summary for Bitcoin? I'm bullish. That's the summary. I'm bullish. I don't believe this crash this morning was meaningful. I'm very suspect that this means anything. So if we go to the 1 hour chart, I'm chalking up this hour to just a stupid anomaly. And I think this will get eaten away to the upside. That's my TLDR. Oh yeah, other markets. Forgot those exist. Gold, kind of irrelevant. Oil. Oil is going up. Anyone have any doubts? Almost at a new swing high. I believe oil will reach a new all-time high this year. And in order for it to reach a new all-time high this year, oil would need to go above right there. The monthly needs to go above 150. That's a tough order, but I think you can do it. And how crazy would that be? From a negative $40 a barrel that I watched happen in real time on April 1st to $150 a barrel, what I think is likely to happen by end of year. I don't have a top, guys. I don't pick tops. I look at how they happen. Like here's oil. I would have assumed that this would be the top on the MRI right here, but then it consolidates. So the green star candle makes me bullish again. When do I think the next stop is? Well, of course, I think it's the next MRI sell. And guess what happens? Same thing here. Look at the monthly. Look at how bullish this monthly chart is. If you guys have to understand how bullish that chart is. If you don't, the Tone Vays on-demand videos teach you to read technical analysis. I've dropped the price on these as much as I can. Maybe one day I'll drop it more. Technical analysis, risk management, that's what you really need. S&P 500. See, now S&P 500 is dropping, but Bitcoin is rising because Bitcoin just fell too much. I don't like the fact that the S&P is dropping, but I think the S&P will still rise. What's your opinion on grid trading using bots? I'm not familiar with grid trading. I'm okay with bots as long as you wrote the bot. So if you wrote the bot, great. Okay, we got a new candle. This is where I'm going to leave you guys. This is our 10-minute chart. In order to print an MRI buy, oh, we're not even going to do it. Look, the prior candle went up too much and it reset the count. So that's unfortunate. We didn't catch our MRI buy, but I was watching that MRI warning arrow. So we're good. I'm actually going to raise my stop loss. Maybe it's a little premature to the bottom of that wick. Because now if we go all the way down and hit my blue line, I'm no longer confident in my bullish move. Okay. Short term, still confident long term. You know what made me do this? The S&P. The S&P made me do this. I don't like the fact that the daily S&P futures are dropping to new daily lows. I don't like that. And Bitcoin tends to drop a lot when the S&P drops a little and go up a little when the S&P starts to go up a lot. So eventually Bitcoin will reverse course, but for now that has been the correlation. So if Bitcoin doesn't turn right now and go and make another green candle, if Bitcoin gets all the way to here to the moving average, I'm going to be setting a break-even stop loss. But not yet. Okay, I'm going to be more conservative now. Catching the dips is very hard. I like buying breakouts. I prefer to buy breakouts over trying to catch a dip. Buying breakouts is way safer than trying to catch a dip. All right, guys, this video has lasted too long. Thank you all so much for watching. Join us at Unconfiscatable in Las Vegas. Play in our tournament. Come down to the Financial Summit in August. And of course, if you're looking for the MRI, you can check it out on ToneVays.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.